So let's start by saying happy New Year. It's another year, it's a different year. It's 2023. We are out of 2022. And today, first of all, let me say thank you so much for supporting my page and for supporting me the entire time. I think this is our second year now um, since we opened this page, and thank you. I really appreciate it. And we're moving together. The goal is we should grow together. That's all we want. And the goal at the same time is to make sure that Malawi is a beautiful place to live in, a beautiful place, or the best place where we can create lots of opportunities. And at the same time is to make sure that we caution our leadership, we help them, we work with them, and making sure that everything is good in our country. So as usual, I always start with this. I always share what I'm reading, the books that I'm reading. The purpose for this is to make sure that we encourage other people who don't love reading, because you know what? When you read, you get more knowledge. So more knowledge, they say that knowledge is power, right? So when you get knowledge, it means you can make informed decisions. But if you don't know anything, you don't read, you don't get any knowledge, then how can you make informed decision? And that's the whole point. Okay. So I'm still reading this book. I love it. It's a book written by the former Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence. I love this book. I love political books, and I'm writing my own books too, which is a good thing. All right. Another thing that I want to share with you is my New Year resolution. One of my New Year res. Look at that. That's my new drink. I'm not advertising for them, but I think this is a healthy drink. They say it's an essential energy, accelerates metabolism, and it burns body fat. So, yep, socials is the way to go. That's what I'm doing right now. And also, what I did was I've set up a challenge for myself. So those are the personal goals, right? I did set up a challenge for myself for the next 100 days. No soda, no soda, absolutely no soda. And then the other thing is no soda, no beer for the next 100 days. If you want to join the challenge, go ahead and join it. Let's see what this will bring us. Okay, so let's get into it. What I want to talk us about today, let me start by asking you a question. What would you do? What would you choose if you can be given the whole money in the world? They give you all the money you need in the world, or if they give you the power in the world, all the power you need in the world, what would you choose? So for me, I would choose the power because I know with the power I can do anything. I can generate the money that I want. If I choose the money and I don't have the information, if I don't have the knowledge, then we've seen people hitting the jackpot, getting all those monies, millions, billions of dollars, or any currency you can talk about. But then where do they end up to? They end up in that deep 6 feet underground because they didn't know what to do with the money. So I would say, let me get the power in the world. Then I can get this knowledge, and once I get the knowledge, I can create my own wealth. Right? That's how we go about it. So the reason why I'm coming today as a Happy New Year, Omai no Bambo. The reason is we should encourage each other. We should develop each other. We should grow together, okay, as a family. And that's the whole goal. The goal is we should grow together, and we should make our country the best place to live in. Okay. Nani nagale lero lo tsiku la lero mmene ndikumalionera tsiku la lero ndikuliona ngati kuti tsiku loyamba la pachaga mmene mukulionera inu komano I want to emphasize this. I don't know how I should stress or how enough I can stress on that. The first day, you don't want to mess up the first day of your wedding. The first day is more serious. And this is like your foundation. I know some people will say, why should I focus much on this first day when I know that I have 364 days to come. I can still do what I want to do. I get it. I get it. But the thing is, we've been here before. We've done this before. Can we change the approach? And that's what I talked much about in my previous video. I said, we've done this. We've done all this saying, oh, I'm new me. This is the new year resolution. But then what's next? Nothing. We come to the end of the year in December, nothing, absolutely nothing that we have achieved. Okay, so this year I want us to help each other. We should help each other that by the end of this year, we should at least look backwards and see the progress of our life. What have we achieved? What have we achieved as our goals? Setting up those goals, setting up those objectives, very, very crucial. Very, very crucial. So let's start from there. Last time when I was talking here on my video, I mentioned about using a different approach of the new year resolution. And the different approach that we talked about was to come up with a book or a planner, or it can be what you call daily diary, right? Where you can write all your goals without focusing much on the resources. Where am I going to get the money to get this done? Without thinking all about that, but just write in your dream, write your vision. What do you want to achieve by the end of this year? For example, you say, okay, this year I'm not a good saver, so I don't save money. I want to start saving money, right? Or this year, I want by the end of this year, I should get a job, or I should get this promotion, or I should get to this position, or I should build a house, right? So we're taking this as a foundation. If your foundation is not strong enough, then the next thing, what happens next? It means your house is going to be in vain. And we don't want that. We don't want that. But even the Bible tells us, we've read about this several times. Amadijani, ndaimanjiba Kristu ndiye tanthwera ngalo olimba. Maziko enawa ndivanchenga. So Zabuti, if your foundation is not strong, then there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's make our foundation strong. Day one, very, very important, very crucial. Let's take it seriously. The big question that I can ask you today is, what have you done? This is your day one of the 365 days. This is your first page of the 365 pages of your book that you're about to write. What have you done today, as of today, the first day? So you have to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. You know, go back into to your drawing board and then start looking. Okay, I say this year, by the end of this year, I want to make sure that maybe I go back to school and do my graduate degree, or do my bachelor's degree, or do my postgraduate degree, or anything else. You can talk about secondary education, or you can talk about tertiary education, anything. Or this year, I want to start reading. So today, challenge yourself. What have you achieved so far? Because when we start doing things like that, you see, this approach, this is how it's going to help you. When you start doing things like that, you're going to keep yourself in check. You're going to keep yourself on track. And that's what we're looking for. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the year, or we should start at the end of the week and at the end of the month, or months later down the line, you will be able to track it down to see this is where I was, and then I've moved from here. Now I'm going towards this direction, and this is what I want to do. Now, remember, development is a huge thing. We can define development by just looking at the structures that we have in our country, by just looking at what you have. Development starts from the mindset, and that's why we always talk about our leaders. The mindset, it's not coming from the bottom up, but it has to start from the top. It has to start from the top, and then going downwards. So everybody should sit down and start thinking differently if we want to see things different. If we say we want to see things different in this year, and you're still doing the same things that you were doing last year, then where's the difference? How can I tell myself that I want to lose weight? Okay, I want to lose weight but I'm living the same life that I was living last year. I'm eating all this junk food. I'm eating all this fast food, and I'm not even going to the gym. How can I achieve that? If I want to see the change in me, then it means I have to live differently. I have to do things a little bit different. I always say this, not doing different things, but, or rather, doing things differently will yield you some different results. And that's what we want. And same applies to our government. If we have the same recycled politicians, the politicians that we had yesterday, they were in that long time, the old regime, the old, that time, the old MCP, right? Those people were in that one party system. They jumped the boat and they came to when Bakir Muluzi said, "Okay, I'm starting my own political party." They jumped and they went to the UDF, and then from the UDF they said, "Oh, no, there's Bingu Amtariga. Here comes DPP," and they jumped. They went to DPP, and then after that they said, "Oh, DPP is no longer there." Then Kukala Nsimai Sijifugwa. Then here comes another political party. Here is PPP, and they jumped into the PP party. And then, oh, no, let's go backwards, reverse. We're going back to the DPP. And they jumped back to DPP. And then they said, oh, no. DPP is not the party. We said about that. Let's go to the UTM. UTM now is the new blood, the new system. And they jumped into the new blood, new system, UTM. And thereafter, they say, oh, no. We want to have the Tutsi Alliance. Let's go back, all of us. We are in the Tutsi Alliance. And then we expect change in that kind of a situation. I'm sorry to say this. We can't see any change. What we're going to see is the worse than how it was previously. Because these are the same people with the same ideologies. The way they look at things, they look at these things the same. They have changed nothing, absolutely nothing. And then we're just gonna see the same things, same way of doing things, and then things will get worse and worse because the world is so diverse. Things are changing each and every minute. We need to catch up. We need to to feed in the world. We need to not survival of the fittest, right? But feeding it in. That's all we need. So that's why I'm telling you that if you want to see change in yourself, let's start with today being the first day. Let's take this day very seriously. Challenge yourself, go back to your chopping board, and then see the goals that you have set for this year, 2023. And then ask yourself, what have you done so far? Don't tell yourself. And the answer should not be like, oh, I still have 364 days to go. I can still do this. No, that's not where we're going. We're still going to question you. What have you done? Before you sleep today, what have you done? And if you haven't done anything, then I'm going to ask you, the first thing you got to do tomorrow, please do your homework for the day number 1. And then do your due diligence for day number 2. Then let's move together. It's okay. We are going to get there. So I'm going to help you guys to get where you want to be. By the end of this year, I want to see a better nation. I want to see better Malawians. I want to see better us. Not only me, but I want to see you developing, progressing, and grabbing all these opportunities. And let me promise you one thing. I know I've got so many inbox messages, people asking for all those opportunities. I'm going to be throwing all those opportunities on my page. Just be on the lookout. And if you see one, don't wait. Hit on that one and see how best you can do it. Okay. And I know some people were asking me, oh, can you help us with this? So here's my approach. I'm very different. I can throw as many as possible opportunities on my page. But if you ask me to start doing things for you, think about this. How many followers do I have? And how many people will come to my inbox to do that? And would I get that time to do it? Obviously not. Obviously not. So let's not be lazy. This is not the year of being lazy. No. all we have to do is let's work hard. And not only working hard, but we have to work extra harder. Okay. If you want to see the difference, we got to do it differently. So work extra harder. Once you work extra harder, then we'll get to where we want to be. So when you grab those, the few questions you can ask on the page, how can we get this? And get the things done yourself. You got to do it. Do it. Don't be lazy. If it involves a lot of writing, write it. We want to see you differently this year and achieving lots of stuff in this year. So with that note, let me say this. Omari Obama, thank you so much. Thank you very much for all the support that you've rendered to me on this page and for the encouragement. And people have been writing emails, they've been inboxing me. I know some are good, some are bad. I take everything. If I see there's nothing that I can get out of it, sometimes I just go through it and that's it. But those people, you add value in my life, and I want to take this time to appreciate you. And this year we're gonna do things a little bit different. We want to help our country. We want to make sure that we're doing things the right way. That's what we want to do. So thank you so much. And may God bless our country. May God bless you. May God bless our work, right? Whatever we're going to be doing. Thank you so much. Live your dream. Live your dream, baby.